Okay, here we are doing the answer key for the practice test on sequences and series. We're supposed to identify the type and then write a formula. If we can't do an explicit one, write a recursive one, and then find a particular nth term. All right, so do our carrots. Don't forget your vegetables. 4 plus 4 plus 4. This is a basic arithmetic, and we can write that formula quite easy. Don't forget the next two terms. Don't do bad math. Make sure it works. A sub n then is going to be that first term, 14, plus that common difference, and then that n minus 1. If you want to clean it up and write it a sub n equals and bring that in and get all fancy, minus 4, that's 4n plus 10. That's a nicer way to write it. The 1,000th term then is going to be 14 plus 4 times 999. Or you can go back to this, and that's going to be 4,010. Okay? The next one, do our carrots, and we're going up this time by 4, and then this time by 6, and then this time by 8, and then this time by 10. Oh my goodness, that's going to go up by 12, so we can get that to be 54, and then that's going to go up by 14, and that's going to be 68. The formula is going to be very difficult, though. This is that type where 2 rows of carrots, it's going to be a quadratic. So this is a neither. This is actually called figure it, but it is definitely not a common multiplier or a common addition. So the formula is going to be tough. If you want to try to crack it, you can. Turns out these neithers, unless it's obvious, you can try maybe for extra credit, but it's not possible, all right? So I'm going to save some time. You can put this into your calculator and go from there, but if it's a neither, usually you can just skip the formula, all right? Sometimes the Fibonacci's, you can figure out, the next couple terms, but this is the main thing I want to know, and the main thing I want you to be able to diagnose is that it does not have an arithmetic or geometric pattern. This one, however, do your carrots there, and that's minus 2. Does this go down by minus 2, question mark? Well, that would have to be 10, and 72 divided by 7 is not 10. So then ask yourself, am I multiplying by something to get to that, and multiplying by something to get to that, and multiplying? Seeing this 7 going to 49 makes me think I'm multiplying by something, some number of sevenths. The way you check it, the most easy way is to put this number on top, 12 over 14. That would be your multiplier. That is 6 sevenths. If I multiply that by 12, do I get the next number? Well, the 6 times the 12 is 72 sevenths. When I multiply this by 6 sevenths, would I get 6 times 72? That is 432. So my magic multiplier is 6 sevenths. You could also take your calculator and just type in one of these fractions and divide it by the other fraction, and you will get 6 sevenths. So this is a geometric, all right? Don't get too psyched out. If it's crazy fractions, use your calculator to help. So I'm going to take 432 divided by 49, and I'm going to multiply that by 6 sevenths. 6 divided by 7. And then if I want to, I can put this into fraction, and I get 2592 over 343. I'll take it as a decimal, but 2592 over 343. And then maybe what I want to do is just take 2592 and multiply that by 6, and that's the next numerator, 15552. Okay, these practice tests are often harder than the real thing, just to scare you a little bit. 343 times 7, and that's going to be 2401, okay? But if you know you're right, you can just grind it out. The formula then is going to be that first term, 14, times the magic multiplier, 6 sevenths, also called the common ratio, and then n minus 1. Don't forget, you should really say a sub n is equal to that. The 10th term is going to be then 14 times 6 over 7 to the 9th power, all right? So I can take 6 divided by 7, enter, caret to the 9, hit enter, times 14, hit enter, and I'm going to go with 3.4962 2, and I'll just do math into fraction just for the fun of it, and it doesn't convert. So it's 2, the fraction is 2, fine. So that's good. If you express it as a exponential, that's okay too. All right. This next one, this one is going up by 14. That's going up by 28. That's a multiplier. This is multiplying by 2, so it's going to be 2, 2, 4, and 4, 4, 8. And the formula then is 14 times 2 to the n minus 1. That's my a sub n. And my 20th term then is going to be 14 times 2 to the 19th. Oh, and the type here is geometric. And when I do those numbers, it's 14 times 2 caret to the 19. And that is 7340032. Okay? Rewrite problem 3 above in summation notation, and then find the sum of the first 20 terms. All right, well, it's going to be in summation notation like that. N equals 1, 2, if it's 20 terms like that. And then the formula is 14, 6 over 7 to the n minus 1. To find the sum of the first 20 terms, I've got my formula sheet. You will be given the formula sheet because you worked on the quiz, so there they are. It's a finite series is going to be this one. You can label what these are once you get them, but I want you to know what they do. So this is 20 terms, so it's going to be the first term. I should write the formula, I guess. It's S of 20. The sum of the first 20 terms is going to be a sub 1, and then 1 minus the multiplier, r, 6/7 to the n, which is 20, all over 1 minus 6/7. That's going to be, actually I started filling this in, that's going to be 14 in there. So 14 times, and then I'm just going to put it on my calculator, I guess, 14, then parentheses, 1 minus parentheses 6 divided by 7, close parentheses, caret to the 20, close parentheses, close parentheses, nope, I'm good. I hit enter, this is the numerator, then I divide it by, in parentheses, 1 minus 6 divided by 7, close parentheses, and I hit enter, and there it is. That's a big number. Whoop, nope, that's 93.509. 93.51, I'll say. I'll fill that in later, but 93.5, that's good enough. All right. So on to the next page, trying to get this done in a timely fashion. All right, it says here, write the first 5 terms of a sequence defined recursively as a sub 1 is 2, so my first term is 2. My next one, a sub 2, is going to be equal to the term before it, 2 squared minus 3 times 2. And what is that equal to? That's 4 minus 6 equals negative 2. Negative 2. Then a sub 3 is going to be equal to negative 2 squared minus 3 times negative